Yeah, who's gonna walk you through Symfony framework in PHP. We're gonna build there.
What?
We're gonna build like this cool app.
Yeah.
API.
Yeah, it's cool app. It's to-do app.
It's a to-do app?
Yeah,
so you're gonna build backend and front end kind of there.
Yeah, backend and front end just letters.
Okay, it's gonna be like HTML or
no, we are white and black, minimalistic design.
White and black. Are you gonna write in terminal? Like a terminal app or browser?
Browser. HTML and
it's gonna be black and white.
Yeah.
That's really funny because like when I write "Hello World" in HTML, it's also black and white.
Yeah.
But you're gonna reverse that, like black background and white text.
I will done Hello World in black and white.
In black and white. So it's gonna be.
I must do Hello World.
It's gonna be a black world, huh?
Yeah. No white, black and white world.
All right, you guys enjoy it on this Symfony workshop. We have help, right?
Yeah. With me is my colleague Ivan. And
hello.
Help us.
This is my friend Joe. Fetch.
Yeah.
Let's play ball. Fetch.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Can I take over? You want to? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Burger. Okay. Good afternoon. I don't know. I think this is good. Welcome to Symfony 101 workshop. Today our first goal is to have fun, so that's our first goal, and second goal is actually learn something. So let's start it. Something about me. My name is Berislav. I'm a software developer. About 10 months ago I started with Symfony 2 and now with Symfony 3. This is my Twitter account and my mail if you have any questions after workshop. For web and mobile development, we have service for design, UX design, and also consulting and training. We are in Split, Croatia, and also we have student internship. So if you're interested, you can apply on this address. Okay, today we'll try to learn basic from Symfony. So after this workshop, you need to be able to create a simple Symfony app that will show some pages, some static pages, and also some dynamic pages. So I will tell something about Symfony, then we are going to set up our project, create pages, set up some routing, controllers, some views and templates, a little bit about configuration, and if we have time, entities, doctrine, database, and in the end, forms. So Symfony is a set of PHP components, web application framework, philosophy and community, and all working together in harmony. Symfony has over 2,000 contributors, over 300,000 Symfony developers, and on monthly basis, 29 million downloads. So it has a huge community and very, very good documentation. So if you have any problem, 99% that you will find solution in the Symfony community. That's all. Let's go to develop something. So first thing first, we will set up our project. I don't know if you install what I ask, PHP and Symfony and MySQL. If you don't install MySQL, that's okay, but PHP and Symfony are mandatory. So I will develop here, you will look, and maybe you will work alone also. So I will guide you step by step to develop this app. So this is our task for now. Create a directory, create a project, open it in PHP store or someone else either. Start a built-in PHP server and enable PHP in PHP store, enable Symfony plugin. Okay, so if you're working like this, okay, you can open your terminal and desktop, and we will make directory to organize our files, Shift 2017, and then we will enter that directory with cd shift 2017. Okay. If you have installed PHP, you can php/v, and this is my version of PHP, the latest stable version. And to set a project, if you're on Windows, you can PHP Symfony new, and we will call our project to do app and hit enter. I will just do it without PHP, same. Okay, its internet connection is a little bit slower, so actually great Symfony. Okay, how many of you actually works? Can you raise your hand? Who works? Okay, cool. If you need any help, Ivan is there, so he can help you, and also I can help you if it's a larger problem. Okay. I successfully create project. I hope you're done. You've done? No? Okay, I'll wait.
Ja sam instalirao Symfony, prebacio u taj folder koji sam sad da pokrijem kako sam.
Okay, so who is done? We can open project in PHP Storm or some other reader. So click open, shift 2017 to the app, and open. Okay, you must have something like this. Okay. Wrócę. Cool. Just say. Reverse the mix.
Ja. A ne piše. Zapika piše. Svi uspio. Moraš na Symfony u tom folderu. Aha, okej. Kaži. Moraš u taj folder snimati. Okej. Kako continue?
Okay, I just want to explain some folders Symfony have, so you cannot see. Wait, okay. You see that Symfony generates some folders, so the main folder is source folder. Here we write all our PHP code. That's all we need to know. In app folder, that's the second important folder. We have here some configuration files. We will see that later, and some resource files as views and something like that. In test folder, we write PHP unit tests. In var folder, we have directories that are generated automatically, like cache, logs, and sessions. Also, vendor folder have third-party libraries, something like that. And in the web folder, it is a public HTML folder, so all that we see in our browser is actually here. Okay, and that's main. I hope everybody successfully create a project and open it in some IDE. Okay, to see our project in browser, we can go to our terminal and execute command php bin console server start and hit enter. Okay, I didn't enter in our project, so I must cd to do app first, then php bin console server start. What? Okay, thank you. Console enter, and our server is now listening, so we can enter localhost, and we receive Symfony welcome message. You succeeded? Yeah, cool. Cheers. Cheers. Okay.
Pokryje serwer. Dostęp.
So I will repeat. When you create, you will be here. You enter your directory and start PHP being console server start, and then go to browser, localhost 8000, and you will see Symfony welcome message. We will wait so we can continue all together. Okay. Who use PHP store? Okay. Before we continue, we will just install Symfony plugin in PHP store so it can be easier for us to develop later. Jurce? Hey. No, I use YAML configuration. You mean in console or something like?
No, in PHP store. Type something, he automatically finishes.
IntelliSense, yeah. That's Symfony plugin. Okay, cool. You are PHP store, so in PHP store, if you are in Windows, you file and settings, enter settings, not the default settings, just settings. This is, and when you enter something like this. So to install Symfony plugin, we go to plugins and we type Symf. Okay, and I now have Symfony plugin, but you probably won't. So you must click Browse repositories, and then Symfony plugin, and here you will click Install. When you install Symfony, you can raise your hand so I know I can continue. Have you succeeded? Yeah? Cool. Okay. Did you restart PHP store? Yes? Okay, cool. If you restart PHP store, now we need to enable Symfony plugin. So again, we go to File and Settings, same as previous. Okay. Here. And now we go Languages and Frameworks, PHP, and in the end, Symfony. We need to enable plugin for this project. Click check mark and apply. Okay, succeeded? Cool. Okay. Okay. Can I continue? Okay. Okay, cool. No. Okay. The next step we are going to do is to create pages. Of course, we are going to create Hello World page because without Hello World you didn't start programming any language. So we have two tasks. We have to create a controller and create a root. So let's start it. It's very simple. Let's go to PHP store or some other either. So as I said, PHP code goes to source folder. So I have open source folder, and Symfony already gives us an app bundle. It means that major code goes here. And also we already have a folder controller. So inside that controller we will create our Hello World controller. So right click, new PHP class. The convention is to name our controller name and add world controller. So we will name it Hello World and add controller. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. Okay, now we hit enter, and we created a PHP class named Hello World controller. We will just clean up our code, so we will delete first 2 lines, this line also. Okay. You see now better? Like this? Cool. It's too much. Here. Okay. You see? Cool. Okay. Now our class looks like this. Okay. And inside controller we need to create an action. So we are going to create a show action that will show our Hello World. So we can write public function show action. Also, all actions must have name and end with action, same as controller. Brackets, curly brackets, and we got this. Okay. What Symfony plugins gives us, I'll just show. You can public function write like this, pub f, hit tab, and he automatically generate. Here you can write name, here you can write parameters, and one more tab, and we are inside our function. Okay, now we have show action. To actually see hello world, we need to return a response to our browser. So return, we will create a new response. I mistype return new response. Okay, we will use a second response. It is a response from Symfony component HTTP foundation component. So we put and hit enter, and here Symfony knows what class is that. We have to search that class. Okay, in the end semicolons, and inside our response we put quotes, single quotes, and write hello world. Okay. You see? Cool. Okay, are you done? Okay, that was the first step, create a controller. Next step is to create root. As I mentioned, the configuration files go to app folder. So we go to app config, and here we will see routing YAML. So we will enter it. So to create roots, we can use annotation, YAML, and XML formats. YAML is most human readable language, I think. So today we will use YAML. Here Symfony already create some routing for our app bundle. So below that we will create our root. To create root, first we need to name her. So we'll name her show hello world. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you. You see? Okay, thanks. Okay, that's name. Then we hit enter, tab. Okay, in YAML space R, we need to have 2 tabs. It's very important. So the next important thing for root is to have path. So we enter path, and our path will be /hello world. Okay, cool. Next thing, we need to define defaults for this root. So default settings, defaults, and curly brackets. Inside curly brackets, we will define our defaults. So the main default is controller that root will call when you enter your root and hit enter. Symfony will call that controller we defined. So controller, and with IntelliSense we can just type of app bundle, and Symfony offers us app bundle hello world show. So we just hit enter. I will talk about later about naming conventions for roots and how Symfony defines it. For now, it's just it. And one more thing we need to define when we define root is method, HTTP method that root will be used for. So in our case, it will be get method. It is methods that receive an array. We will just show array with one element to get. Okay, I hope you succeed. If you are, we can go to browser localhost / hello world, hit enter, and we can see hello world. Okay, cool. I will go to code. Okay, like this. You do succeed. Yeah, cool. Okay. We will wait. Routing. So name, path, defaults, controller methods. We can continue or yeah, cool. Okay. Okay. So we pass our second step, create pages, we create a controller, and we create a route. So the next thing is routing. We will see something more, a little bit complicated with routes. So in Symfony, we don't have ugly URLs like index.php, question mark, article ID, I don't know what that means. Instead, we have a beautiful URL like read intro in Symfony. And for me, before when I was younger, I didn't know what that means. But when I see something like this, it is very human readable. So we have some tasks. We need to create. We are going to develop some to-do app. We are going to create to-do task controller, two actions, index action where we show all to-do tasks, and show action where we show just one to-do task. And we are going to create two routes, to-do tasks and to-do task. To-do task for index action and to-do task for show action. So now I have a task for you. You see how I created controller and action and route. So task for you is to create an index action in to-do task controller. It must return response. This is index action. Then go to routing, name route to-do tasks. To-do tasks. This is a typo. And must has path /to-do/tasks. Okay. So controller, to-do task controller, index action, return response, and routing. Okay. I'll just fix this typo. Cool. Okay. Good luck. Okay. We don't have much time, so I will also continue. So you need to create to-do task controller. You can follow me, so if you miss something you can see. Inside to-do task, I will just clean this. I like to be everything's clean. We create public function, index action. Презентация. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Large this. Okay. I create to-do task controller and public function index action. return new response, and in last, this is an index action. Okay. Next thing is to create root. Go to root, create to do tasks, add to do tasks, defaults, controller. Okay. Bundle to do task index action and method get. Okay. If you go to browser and enter to do /tasks, hit enter, you get this is an index action. Okay, cool. Next thing, you also need to create show action. We will do that in the same controller. So below index action, just type public function show action, curly brackets, and we will return a response. This is show action. Cool. Okay, next thing we need to create routing for our show action. So let's to do task that / to do task, and to show just one to do we need to have an ID that's to do. So we will add a placeholder in root that's new, curly brackets, and ID inside means that this value will be replaced with value that we enter in our root. So if we enter to do task /1, ID will have value 1. I hope you understand that. And defaults, everything else is the same. To do task show and methods get. One thing we didn't done, we need to receive this ID somewhere. We will do that in our show action. We will receive that ID in like a parameter. So it need to be an integer named ID. Okay. PHP store gives us a warning that scalar type hints are available in PHP 7. That's okay. We didn't PHP store now use like in better PHP 5.6, so we are going to change that. So once more, let's go to settings, languages and frameworks, PHP, and here we got PHP language level. So we choose 7.1. Hit apply, okay, and now we don't have warning anymore. Okay, so file, settings, languages, PHP language level 7.1. Okay, so in show action we receive that ID, so we'll print that also. We will replace this to show action with to do task with ID, and in PHP as concatenate we use dot ID. This will print an ID we send in our root. I will show you that in an example, and once more repeat that to explain to you. So let's go to do task /1, and we hit enter, and we get to do task with ID 1. If we type 100, ID with 100. Also, I can repeat that. So in root, you define your variable inside curly brackets. That means that is a placeholder, so you will send some value, and that value will be saved in this ID. It is very important that this value, this name ID, is matched this value, this name here ID. In that way, Symfony connects that root and that parameter. So, what happened if we send beta? If we send a string, we got 500 HTTP internal server error. And that's okay, because here we said it must be an integer, but we must handle that error. To handle that error in routing, we must set requirements. So below defaults, we set requirements ID. So we defined what type ID must be. We will define it with regular expression. I hope you know what is a regular expression. So we type ID must be D, that's a number, 1 and more. So ID must be a number. That's all. Now if we refresh with string beta, now we got 404 not found error. That's okay, that because internal server error means that we messed up. 404 not found error means that the client messed up. So that's okay. We don't want us to blame. And if we type a number, digit 1, everything is going to be okay. Okay. You have any questions? First time, second time, third time, okay, cool. I hope you understand everything. Okay, and I will, on the end of routing, I will like to mention a naming pattern. So you'll see that we, in routing YAML, we defined our action like this. What that means? It means that we defined name of a bundle. It can be app bundle, web bundle, user bundle, or something like that. We don't define a folder controller because in every bundle, controllers are in directory controller, so Symfony automatically finds that. Next thing we specify is name of controller, but without word controller. Symfony automatically also add that. So app bundle to do task controller, and name of action, name is show. Symfony automatically also add action, so Symfony knows where to look. So when we hit to do task /1, Symfony goes app bundle, controller folder, to do task controller, show action, and execute code inside our action. Okay, cool. This way of naming is called logical name. Logical named pattern. So it just bind, and it's very human readable. Also for us, we also understand what controller, what bundle, and what action Symfony looks for. Okay, any question? So, one question, more questions. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's continue. Okay, routing. Okay, we create show action to do task. Cool. Okay, controllers. The next major thing in Symfony, and I think in every MVC pattern framework, is controllers. Controllers works with request and response. It receives request and process it, and returns some response. I would like to show you a request parameter, how can we work with that, and also extend some base controller that Symfony offer for us, and we will see how to redirect some routes, and on the end how to render some templates HTML. Okay, so let's see. Go to PHP. We are returning to hello world controller. So every action receive request as a parameter. We will use HTTP foundation request, same as a response. So that request and standard name for request. Okay, if I type request and arrow, I see that from this variable I can get client IP, request story, base path, host, user, password session, some headers, and etc. So from this request I can get any information that browser send to controller. For example, I will show you get request story, and we will save that request story, and we will print that in response request story is and if we go to hello world, request story is hello world. To larger. Just a minute, hello world. Okay. Okay. So receive request in parameter, and then you can access all data from that variable. I hope you understand, and I will show just one more example. You don't need to write this. We also want to, for example, get client IP. Client IP and is okay. Our IP is for localhost 127.0.0.1. Okay, that's just an example of how we can work with request we receive. Any questions? Everything is clear? Everything is not clear? Cool. Okay. Okay. Next major thing, I want to show you that we can delete this. If we type this and arrow, Symfony offers just one method, show action, that is our method. To have access to all other Symfony methods from controller, we need to extend the base controller. Symfony offers two base controllers, controller and abstract controller. So in our example, we will extend. So we type instance controller. And also we will use second one. I will hit enter to show you. We will use Symfony bundle framework, bundle controller. The first one was for tests. No, this one is for real. I hope you. Okay, we delete arrow and. Okay. And now we have access to many methods from base controller. To redirect to root, render, create form builder, get doctrine for database, get user, that is login, generate URL, and more of that. To see one method in action, we will use redirect to root. So this arrow redirect to root. Okay, let's redirect to index section of our to-do, so we to-do tasks, for example. Okay. So our method called redirect to root, and as parameter it receives name of our root. Our root name is here, to-do tasks, so we put to-do tasks. Okay, save that, and if you go to hello world, hit enter. Okay, we forget return. We must return that redirect. So I practiced yesterday, and the same thing happened to me yesterday, so it's okay. Every time. Now if we refresh, we are redirected to do task. We can see that in URL, and also we can see by content that we are redirected to that route. Okay, cool. Next thing, we also can redirect to do task, but when we save that, we go to refresh. When we now type hello world, it says that we've missed ID. That's okay, because our to-do task root need to have an ID. So we can also send a parameter in this redirect to root. We send it like an array, so comma array brackets and enter. So parameters that we need to send named is ID. So we put ID, an arrow, and I don't know, 100. So an array here and an ID. Here we can send how many parameters we want. For now, just one. So let's go again hello world and hit enter, and now we get our route with ID 100. More common, you will have this scenario than another one, so it's good to know. And one more thing is that you can redirect to externally route. So let's try that. Let's type redirect without redirect route, just redirect. It receives an URL like a parameter. So redirect and HTTP, an absolute URL, locastic.com. Okay, let's go to hello world, hit enter, and I don't have an internet connection. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's try it again. On an internet, hello world, and we go to locastic.com. Okay, cool. Any questions? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, one more method I want to show you to prepare for our next step is method render. It must be explained with view. We don't have view yet, so we'll just let her stay there. It will rest until we create a view, and then we'll come back to controller and show that view. Okay. Cool. Any questions now? Okay. Control templates. Okay. Templates. Templates is views and HTML views that we use to show our pages. In Symfony, it uses a twig. It is an engine that can easier our life to show some variables and something like that. We will show something on that example. It has three major functions. Double curly brackets, and we put something inside, it says something. If you put curly brackets and %, then we do something like for loop or if condition or something like that. No problem. And we also have comment. In Twig we comment like this. I would like to show you that on an example. So we have these tasks. So let's implement that. Let's go to PHP store. Okay, cool. We'll put our views in app, resources, views. Here we already have some views, base HTML and some default. To keep our code clean, we will create a folder, hello world. In that folder, we will keep our HTML files for hello world. Okay, now right click on our folder, hello world, and create file. We will name the file show dot. The first word after that is HTML. It represents format that file will be, and also we add twig extension that said that we will use Twig as an engine. Another engine can be PHP, we can write PHP, then we will use PHP code to render variables or something like that, but now we will use Twig. So we write show HTML Twig, hit enter, and we will create our file. First thing first, for Twig it's cool to we can actually extend some views that we always use. For example, if we go to base HTML, here we will see an HTML code that we use in every page. So it is not necessary for us to every time we type doc type HTML head body and something like that. We can extend this view, and also we see that in this view Symfony adds some blocks. By name of the block we can see what that block means. So in block title it goes title of page, in block style sheet it goes CSS in body we write our HTML code and JavaScript, some JS files. So let's extend that view, not to write that. So to extend, we use bracket and percent, larger, cool. Okay, cool. So we type, it's too much. Extends, and in single quote we want to extend base HTML twig. So it offers us, we hit enter, and it actually means that when we call show HTML, all code from here will be generated here. To actually write some of our code, we need to use blocks. So we use block body, and we need to close that block, so unblock. Okay, name of this block is not something random, it is defined here. So all code we write inside this block goes in this place. So inside body tags and before JavaScript files. Okay, and we can just write h1 hello world again. Okay, hello shift group. Okay, cool. Okay, what we do is that we create a folder in resources we use, hello world, that goes all our HTML files for hello world, and we extend base HTML, so we don't need to write doc type HTML, something like that. So it's already written here, so we just extend that, and in our block it's defined here. We write some code. Cool. To see that code in our browser, we need to render it. So our render function is waiting for us. So let's make her happy. So in this render, just single quotes, and it receive view. You see this view? So our view is show HTML hello world. In our folder hello world, show HTML.twig. So we hit enter, save that, and when we go to browser /local hello world hello shift crew. Okay, cool. Any questions? You see also that here the title of page is changed. It's welcome. It's because in base HTML twig defines as welcome. We can also set our title. We need just type block title. We need to close that block, and we can to do hello. In that way we override, and now it will be hello shift. Okay. Welcome this base HTML means that if we don't define title, it will be welcome. So it's something like default value for title. Like this, we can override it. So, any questions? Unfortunately, they took me some time, so now Symfony shift end ceremony will start soon, so we need to finish soon. But before end, I would like to show you just one more thing. Now you learn how to create a root, create a controller, and template for controller. So you're not able to create some app with some static pages, but every page need sub navigation. So we'll create a little header that will have some routes to our route for our actions. So let's create and use new file header HTML twig. Hit enter. And we will just add to anchor type H first to do tasks. Second, hello world. Okay, I will show you how in Twig you can put URLs. So we define href. So actually we already have root here. We want to go to this root name. So we will use that header. So we put double curly brackets. It says something. So we need path, and inside path we defined to do tasks. In this way, when we render our page, this root will be /to-do/task. It's better to write by the name because, I don't know, 4 or 5 days you come here and you don't want to be anymore to do tasks, but to do task. And if you write in every template, you write /to-do/tasks, you must enter every template and change that too, but now it's automatically changed for every template. Okay, and here, hello world, href, double curly brackets, path, hello, show hello world. Okay, cool. To use that header, we need to include that in our page. We will include that in our show HTML hello world. Navigation goes to body. So here, to include a template, we type curly brackets % include. I bet you never guessed that is include, and now you just go here. That's it. That's all logic. It's very, very complex. I'm just kidding. Okay. And now if I refresh, I get to anchor. First, hello world. If I click, it will go here. If I click to do tasks, it will redirect me to do tasks. So hello world, to do tasks, hello world, to do tasks. Okay, cool. Okay. I was hoping that we are to pass a little bit longer, but we need to just doctrine database and for some forms, but unfortunately we don't have time. So, do you have any questions? I hope you enjoyed. So, some Symfony to do is that at your home you can create to-do list controller. Now is a list, and in Symfony documentation here, symfony.com/doc, you can see how to build an entity. You already know how to create root, you already know how to create view, and you can build a to-do app by the end. That's all for me. Thank you. If you will have any questions, you can get me by mail. That's Locastic.com. I will be glad to answer you and help you with your development.